I call upon Women of the Day, Dr. P.s.Lalitha ma'am. We feel honored to have her here. Founder, Reiki Center of India. The whole gathering is vibrating and echoing her prominence. During this pandemic, when whole world is in lockdown, she has not locked her healing hands. In fact, she has been extending her help more on this online space despite her age and challenges with technology. Her keen interest in propagating Reiki is applaudable. She has received innumerable awards and honors. To name a few, Lifetime Achievement Award, Shushruta Award, Mother Teresa Award, Millennium Women of the Year, a few. So if I list all, I will take a lot of her time. So I request her to grace us on this occasion. Over to you, ma'am.
I have taken a topic. Maybe it's a vast subject, which may take nearly 2 or 3 hours. But the only thing is, I have shortlisted the whole thing for want of time. I am going to talk on stress management very, very briefly. What is everybody undergoes emotional experience at some time or other. But the emotional experience, if it is there, that is called stress. It is just a defensive mechanism because the body has got its own inherent glands, endocrine glands, which come to our rescue to defend our body, so that defend our body from the impending danger. If managed well, it could lead to more. If not managed well, it could lead to more serious complications. Stress management to identify the cause, but the cause is not neither known to doctors nor to the patient. We have to identify the cause. So manifestation of stress can differ from people to people because everybody has got his own constitution. So the stress is the root cause of the problem, but manifestation may be different, totally different. That is what I want to stress. So usually for my talk on stress management, I give case studies because I have for want of time, I have shortlisted the number cases. I'm not going to talk on all the subjects, only a few, so that I highlight the subjects here. The headache. Headache, as Dr. Girish said, it is a headache to doctor and also to patients because it's an ambiguous term. But headache can be due to so many things. One case, I will highlight one case, one or two cases. Headache, one person came with a persisting headache for 2 or 3 years. He had gone from pillow to post, but only when he came to me, I actually asked him to narrate how he developed this headache, what is the cause, how suddenly he got headache. Then he said, yeah, had undergone so many traumas in his life, and one cause was financial loss. That actually, he was not able to recover from the finance cost. That actually has gone to his mind. That was the reason for his headache. Another incident is one lady came, she was around 45, and she was suffering from the age of 15 with headache. Without tablets, she could attend to any work. She is married, she has got 2 children, and she was not able to cope up with the family life. She was constantly thinking about the loss of her father when she was 15. That shock actually was responsible for the headache, but she was not able to come out of it. So when she came, I just treated her with Reiki. I'll come to the healing part of it later on. Stress is the root cause of 99% of problems. I already told you manifestation may be different. In one case, in 2 cases, I already told you headache was due to stress. Stress can also cause cancer. You may be wondering how it is possible. See, one old lady was verbally abused by her daughter-in-law. She was not able to retort. So, because she was not able to retort, the negative energy was accumulating in the voice box, which was actually related to Vishuddha Chakra. So the Vishuddha Chakra accumulated lot of negative energy that actually in the long run produced throat cancer. Then urethral stricture. This lady actually, she was around 61 or so when she came to me. She was in a high position. Under her, so many people were working. And when she retired, she had to come to Chennai. Her husband was actually dominating. She said, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. No? So she was not able to cope up with the condition. She was in a high position, dominating over so many people. Now she is under the control of her husband. She was not able to do what she wanted to do. That is, she was not able to enjoy materialistic life, which is correlated with which is linked to the Swadhisthana chakra, which is in the lower part of her body. So urethral, the Swadhisthana chakra has got control over the reproductive organs, part of urinary tract and urinary system, and also part of the digestive, terminal part of the digestive system. So her stress actually was responsible for the urethral stricture. The urethra became narrow, so she could not pass urine continuously. She could not evacuate the contents of the urine completely. So she approached the doctor. She said, because of urethral stricture, it will become narrow. You have to use catheter. She didn't want it. She was advised to go for the urethral catheter. She was using it. But finally, when she approached, I said, I did healing. And I told her husband also not to dominate over her. And I gave counseling for both husband and wife. Then, after 2 healing sessions, she could get rid of the catheter. Then cervical spondylosis. It is a physical problem. Cervical spondylosis, one lady, my colleague, very much interested in research, and she is a workaholic. Suddenly she was she was forced to go for voluntary retirement because of because her children forced her to go for voluntary retirement. She didn't want to do it, but there was no other go because she had to look after her grandchildren, babysitting, which she didn't want because it was forced on her. So the thought was, I have to shoulder the responsibility of taking care of my grandchildren. The shouldering the responsibility, shoulder is related to back Vishuddha chakra. So that back Vishuddha chakra was accumulated because of our stress in the mind. That negative energy was accumulating in the cervical region, which is being governed by the back Vishuddha chakra. So she was suffering from neck pain and cervical spondylosis. Then IBS. IBS is a irritable bowel syndrome. Actually, one person came to me. Number of cases are coming. I will just give an example. Actually, it is there in the mind. The moment the doctors tell the patient, you have got examined the gastrointestinal tract with so many diagnostic agents, then finally they say you have got IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. This actually is registered in his mind. So whenever he just goes elsewhere, I am suffering from IBS. So he will not take any go for any function or anything because he was suffering from IBS. That thought is there in his mind. So when he came to me, I said, remove that word IBS from your mind. You know, when you take food, after taking food, you have to go to the restroom. You evacuate the content of the large intestine. So remove the word technical term IBS from your mind. That is responsible for causing stress in his mind. So the mind should be cleared of the word IBS. So where is the mind? It is there outside the physical body. I will come to that later on. So he just came to me. I just treated him with Reiki and acupressure. I just gave some acupressure point also. But only thing is gradually he got healed. But only thing is he never used the word IBS. he forgot the word IBS. He came for treatment. He was totally relaxed. That is a miracle that has happened. But only thing is, IBS, he said, see, it is in his mind. The mind has got the word IBS. The physical body reacts. Physical body, the terminal part of the digestive system, actually controlled by the Swadhisthana chakra. So the mind actually psycho, physical body acting on that is soma. Soma is the physical body. Because it becomes a psychosomatic disease. Most of the diseases are psychosomatic diseases. Initially it happens in the mind, the form of stress, body reacts, so much so it becomes psychosomatic disease. Congenital abnormalities, that is birth defects. In our days, we never used to go even for X-ray when we were pregnant. But only thing is, nowadays, when the girl becomes pregnant, immediately her in-laws, her parents advise the girl to go for scanning. They didn't go for even scanning, X-ray, but this advice is given by the elderly people. Go for scanning. Now, when they go for scanning, the gynecologist say it is not for normal, whether the fetus is growing normally or not. The advice is whether to find out whether there is any abnormality in the growing fetus. So when the scanning is done, this girl has got emotional disturbance. What is it going to happen? Whether the fetus is growing normally, whether there will be any abnormality. That emotional disturbance in the mind of the pregnant ladies actually is immediately the fetus reacts. It goes into the mind of the growing fetus. The growing fetus actually shows abnormalities. With that abnormalities, the child is delivered. So many congenital abnormalities because of the emotional disturbance that actually occurs during the pregnancy. Not only by scanning, even verbal abuse. But when she is carrying the fetus, right, when she is pregnant, that also can result in congenital abnormalities like autism or premature growth or cerebral palsy. So many things are happening. So congenital abnormalities are due to unconducive atmosphere during pregnancy. Emotional disturbance in the mind can cause emotional disturbance in the fetus also. We think fetus is just growing. It is not just growing. Whatever is felt by the mother, it can actually felt by the fetus, especially during third trimester of pregnancy. By the time the fetus can absorb whatever is felt by the mother, not only that, the ear just starts functioning. So whatever mother hears, it just goes into the ear, it goes into the brain. Okay? That is what congenital abnormality. All because of this. Whether the children also can suffer from stress. Yes, this is possible. Nowadays, drug abuse is there. Parents quarrel right in the presence of the children. Right in the presence. Father actually abuses verbally or physically abuses the mother. Child which is very young, it has got lot of love for the mother. It cannot prevent the father abusing the mother. It is actually helpless. So that time there is some breathing problem. So what happens? It leads to wheezing. Because child feels helpless, it leads to sometimes wheezing. Or the child cannot talk. He cannot say, Dad, don't beat the mother. So that actually can lead to stammering. Poor academic performance. Just in the presence of the parents, in the presence of the child, when the parents start quarreling, the father is the hero for the male child. Mother is the heroine for the female child. So when the parents are quarreling, the child is watching parents calling, either the child becomes, as the child grows, he becomes aggressive or very rebellious. He even starts taking a knife and starts killing, abusing the fellows, classmates, and or he becomes totally introvert. All these things can happen in the children when they are subjected to stress. Stress is in the mind, body reacts, suffering from breathing, asthma, the person is not able to talk, then comes to results in family. Now we are coming to why I am talking about this stress. Stress is in the mind. See, I am basically anatomist. I do human anatomy also. Because I belong to veterinary side, I used to show all the parts of the body in dead animals. So the same thing is taught in the human body also. This is the whole system is there projected. This is only a body with central nervous system, autonomic nervous system, peripheral nervous system. All the organs are there, which can be seen even in the dead animal. This is only a body. What is the difference between a body and human being? The organs which are shown in the previous slide, if they have to act in the human body, it needs sort of energy. That energy only is outside the physical body. Outside the physical body. This is the body, the center you are showing the physical body. Outside the physical body, there is life. Life is coming from this auric body, which is in the form of biomagnetic field. Body itself is magnet. This field which is outside, it is giving life to the physical body. It is called biomagnetic field. In that biomagnetic field receives the cosmic energy which is there in the filling of the entire universe, created by the Supreme Soul, not visible to the naked eye. It is filling up the auric body. So auric body should be carrying the energy. That energy body actually goes into the physical body through the 7 major chakras. We are not such a big physical body. These 2 openings are not sufficient. That is why God has created 7 major chakras in the physical body, outside the physical body, in the auric body. They are the energy center through which we breathe. When we breathe, the energy goes to the corresponding endocrine organ. From there, through the neurotransmitters, the energy goes to different parts of the body. So the energy reaches each and every part of the body. It comes from the cosmos, passes through flows through the auric body, enters into the chakra, enters into the endocrine gland. From the endocrine gland, and energy is getting distributed. Now, this is the knowledge which is lacking in allopathy. They are just concentrating in the physical body. What they say is the naked eye, they are teaching. But they have no idea about the energy body that is. Without the energy body, the person cannot be alive. This is the physical body, an inert body. The inert body gets the energy and it is alive because of the auric body and the chakras. Now I am coming to the, these are the chakras which are present outside the physical body. Now how to heal the chakras? Now when we go to the doctor, because he is so experienced, immediately recognize the problem, then he prescribes the medicine, standard medicine for all the problems, for everyone. The standard medicines are available, he prescribes and be done with that. But here, they are not only that, they are using so many diagnostic tests, biochemical tests and machines for scanning, X-ray, MRI, PET scan, so many things. But here, simple technique for diagnosis and treatment. How do you diagnose? You just make the person talk to us. The healer makes the person talk. Why should he talk? Because I consider each person as his own doctor. The person who is suffering, the patient, knows where the problem lies. When he knows where the problem lies, he is able to express in his own words where the problem lies. So, when as a healer, when he narrates all the symptoms, I know where the problem lies. So, this in his mind, I have this problem in stomach, I have the problem in the head, I have the problem in the head. So, he possesses the disease. I have the problem. So, it is in his mind. It is in his mind, I have the problem. Where is the mind? It is in the auric body. Mind is not in the brain, as being told by Alipus. Some areas are there secreting serotonin, melatonin, hydroxytryptamine. So many neurotransmitters are synthesized by the brain. But for synthesis of the neurotransmitter for the brain, which is being identified by the psychiatrist as the disease, cause of the disease, here for the neurotransmitters to be synthesized by the brain, part of the brain, the mind, auric body should be functional. So, through the auric body, the energy comes and goes to the mind, and the mind actually is controlled by the Sahasrara chakra. When they are functional, it is actually through the Sahasrara chakra and the Agnya chakra, energy goes to the brain. So, mind plays a crucial role which is outside the physical body. In the brain, all the areas are identified, which particular area is able to synthesize which particular neurotransmitter. All these things are there. For the brain to function, to synthesize that particular neurotransmitter, energy is required. That energy comes from the cosmic, the auric body. From the cosmic energy, auric body takes the energy, allows the flow, continuous flow of energy, it just goes to the brain. Brain is controlled by the Sahasrara chakra and Agnya chakra. So, for the brain to get activated, you need energy. That energy from the cosmos. So, when the brain actually, so Sahasrara chakra, Agnya chakra, not only control the central nervous system and peripheral nervous system, it also has got control over the autonomic nervous system. Autonomic nervous system is actually responsible for the activation of all the internal organs. I can raise my hand according to my volition. But once the food goes inside, you don't have any control. It automatically does. All these things are under the autonomic nervous system. That also is being controlled by the Agnya chakra and Sahasrara chakra. So any problem of stress has to be healed by going to the Sahasrara chakra and Agnya chakra. Remove the negative energy in the auric body. Initially, auric body accumulates the negative energy. When there is any emotional disturbance, there is some disturbance for the interference for the flow of energy in the auric body. If the emotional disturbance just goes, the continuous flow of energy is restored. But if the emotional disturbance persists for a longer time, then the energy flow is disturbed. So, negative energy comes, accumulates in the auric body, accumulates in the Sahasrara chakra, Agnya chakra and other chakras. That is actually responsible for the problem. So once the negative energy accumulates in any of the chakras, malfunctioning of the chakra, but only thing is, unlike allopathy, we don't do only for that particular chakra. We don't do only for healing only for the particular chakra. All the 7 chakras should be in harmony. 7 chakras, then only health is restored. If the person is healthy, all the chakras are in harmony. If the person is not healthy, one of the chakras may be non-functioning. It disturbs the function, the energy flow into the other chakras. That is the disease. This is difference between disease and the health is accumulation of negative energy, harmony among the 7 chakras. Now, when we do the healing, we go to the mind. That is why we ask the patient to narrate what are the symptoms he has got, when it has happened, why it has happened, what are the symptoms he has got. We are not asking the person to go for any diagnostic test, no biochemical test, no mission, nothing at all. We ask the patient to narrate. By getting that much of information is from the mouth of the patient itself, that actually makes us diagnose the problem. So, see, headache. At 45, he comes with a headache. He had been suffering from 15. So, that lady was suffering from this age of 15 up to 45. What has happened at the age of 45? Then we go to the root cause. We go to the root cause of the problem. Root cause is in the mind. She was suffering from the age of 15 up to 45. At that time, she came to me. I asked her what has happened at the age of 45. 50. She said she suddenly lost her father. She had to go for the examination. She didn't have time to even read. She couldn't, but actually she was not able to sit with her dead body, with her father's dead body. She was, because next day she had to attend to the examination. That actually produced a shock in her mind, sadness in her mind. That actually continued up to the age of 45 when she approached. I said, you have lost your father. By going on thinking about it, you cannot recover him. You cannot restore his life. Forget it. Then second is, you are married. You are working in a company. Your company, because you are a finance officer, your company is working on, depending on you. So you have got children. You have got a home. Think about this. Past is past. Remove the past from your mind. By removing the past from the mind, to enjoy materialistic life, Swadhisthana Chakra is important. Swadhisthana, haunting memories. That actually, so all the chakras are done. More time was spent on the cleansing all the chakras. All the chakras were energized. So cancer case. One cancer case, I told you she was suffering from ovarian cancer. What is the problem? Why she was abused? She was under stress for a pretty long time. Actually, she was not able to enjoy materialistic life. For enjoying materialistic life, for enjoying holistic life, these four chakras. For enjoying materialistic, for taking food, for reproduction and evacuation of the negative energy through large intestine, urinary bladder, the Swadhisthana Chakra. Reproductive organs are under the control of Swadhisthana Chakra. So, because she was not able to enjoy materialistic life, Swadhisthana Chakra showed the symptom, negative energy accumulated. It actually, negative energy has actually gone to the ovarian cancer occurred. So we have to remove the negative energy accumulating in the auric body, in all the chakras, especially in Swadhisthana and Mooladhara Chakra. Mooladhara Chakra and Swadhisthana Chakra, they are independent, not independent. So I have to remove the negative. So gradually she got removed. But only thing is, now itself I am telling, cancer can be healed provided the person comes in the first stage, second stage. Third stage, so metastasis can be cut. Fourth stage, the doctors just reduce all hope. So finally, when the patient is allowed to die with suffering, without suffering. At that stage, when the person comes, we cannot heal, but we can at least live a healthy life without much of disturbance, without much of pain. So first and second stage, yes, healing can take place, but I cannot say miracles can happen even in the fourth stage. It is all the blessings of God. So that is it. So cleansing, now I am coming to the final, because the limited time is available. As a scientist, when I came to Reiki, I saw miracles happening. I couldn't believe it. Because physical body I have seen, I was just teaching about the physical body. But only when I came to Reiki, I came to know about the energy body and the chakras, which are responsible for myself being alive. To myself being alive, this is if I am dead, only physical body. Only when you call a person by name, see, I am Lalita. You call me by my name, Lalita. When I am dead, my body is taken. Body doesn't have. Body is taken to the burial ground. That's all. So that is all the difference between the auric body and the physical body. Physical body is inert, totally depending on the auric body and chakra. So without the person, when the person is dead, auric body disappears, chakra disappears. All the chakras disappear. So when I came to this, I found that there is no necessity for diagnostic test, any diagnostic test, nor any medicine. Then when it is so simple, why not I just take it to the mass? So I started healing people. When I started healing people, my experience made me to go for mastership. So I thought this must spread to me because I come from the scientific field. Because this is a miracle that is happening in everybody's life without medicine, without test, etc. Why not I just teach this one? As a teacher, I got the capacity to teach. I became a master only with the intention of taking this to the grassroots level, to everybody. So I started teaching people. So when I started teaching people, I made the person to create awareness among the public. So that is how I am just here. So anybody, see here, 5 years, see, now NEET examination is there. Without NEET examination, without scoring more marks, person cannot enter into the medical college. 5 years they have to spend. After post graduation, another 2 years. So they become the authority on the subject. Here, absolutely no necessity for any qualification. Anybody can learn Reiki. Anyone can learn Reiki. With no qualification is required. Children from the age of 10, they are learning. So housewives, they are learning. Housewives, they are totally illiterate. They can learn. Because we are telling, keep your hand here, keep your hand. We are just giving some knowledge about the chakras, some knowledge about the auric body. Then they know how to draw the energy. So just keep the hand here, we are teaching. So it becomes so simple. That is why I am telling, learn Reiki, be healthy. Not only be healthy, you can keep others also healthy. That is my wish. That is my intention. That is why I am just making as many people as possible in Grandmaster, because I am fag of my life. I am fag of my life. So I am creating as many Grandmasters as possible so that people will lead a healthy life. The person who are learning Reiki, they can help others. That is my intention. With that intention only, I have become a Grandmaster. I have created a center where the masters are spreading, they are creating awareness among the students. And I thank Dr. Girish for giving a wonderful talk about the allopathy and also creating awareness about the Reiki. And I thank the president of Association Reiki Center, Ms. Sridevi, and also Secretary Mr. Sinti for giving me this opportunity. I thank all the people who listen to my talk patiently. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. You're not in fag end of life. You should live for another at least 20 years to create more masters and guide us all. So we need you. So we always feel privileged to have your guidance at all times possible, ma'am. Without you, all this would not have been possible. Thank you so much for that enlightening speech. Thank you.